It's the morning after the night before. Trumpeter Andrew and bass trombonist Lizzie are officially an item. For everyone else, the pressure is on, as time is running out before their first ever concert.
3 and up, 4 and up, 1. Yes, you're not covering yourselves in glory, are you? It's a really uncool thing to say to people nowadays, but you know, sometimes you just have to do something yourself. I can't make a magic wand and make you do that. You have to practice that. You've got to look at that. Borrow it in, please, thank you.
James is getting anxious about Tess's progress on the Borodin.
Yeah, it's not the right notes, unfortunately. Wrong notes in there as well, Tess.
Yeah, one of my notes was there, sorry.
Sorry, Tess, what was that?
One of I had one of my levers up, I must have caught it, sorry.
Okay. Let's take a break. Don't think they quite realise how much they've got to do between now and tomorrow. If this was a professional orchestra, at the end of every session, there'd always be a few people just hanging around, 5 minutes personal practice. Here we are, all alone.
There's always something to do at the summer school. James wants to see Tess, who's struggling with her new harp.
I'm alright, I've just been told I'm late. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's go and have a look.
In the concert, all eyes will be on Tess for her solo moments. It's an extremely tricky harp part to master.
3 and... Speaking as somebody who did this myself, when you've got lots of pieces to practice, there's a tendency that you'll practice the one that you like the most. You've got that?
Yes.
And there's also a thing that not only will you practice the pieces you like the most, you practice the bars that you like the most of the pieces that you like the most. You know what I mean? The things that you sound really good and think, yes, that's great. You've got to do the boring stuff. Because the reason is, the more you can make automatic in terms of getting on the instrument, that kind of thing, and all the technical stuff, the more that's automatic, the much easier it is to make music because you don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Tess.
Okay,
see you later.
Bye-bye.
You can really tell the kids that practice, but you can more easily, or more importantly, you can tell the kids that practice the right way. You know, half an hour spent practicing the right way is worth about 3 hours practicing the wrong way. She's in there now, rehearsing. I think she got the message.
The beginning's fab. It all works. I've got all the notes right and my timing's good, so it should be good.
James and Graham are ready to tackle the most serious problem threatening the success of the teenage orchestra.
Cheers, Johnny. Thank you very much. Can we just have a chat with the trumpets?
Trumpets. You all right? Just thought we'd have a little chat, see what your experience has been so far. So you normally play in a brass band?
Yeah.
And what do you normally play in?
Brass band as
Brass
well.
band.
We
What about you?
all
brass
three.
band.
So you're all brass bands. This is the first time you've ever played in an orchestra.
Yeah.
And what's the difference?
Because normally when we play the brass band, we're playing more, and think because we've not got a lot to play in these pieces, then we're thinking about what to do. Because normally we're in we've got some at every bar, and only have about 18 bars rest throughout the piece. But in this, it's like hundreds.
And what happens when you're not concentrating?
We get shouted at.
Who by?
Yeah.
So why are you being shouted at?
So we're messing about to keep ourselves occupied.
Right. And what do you do when you're messing about?
Just chat along.
And you're the leader. So if you're chatting, what example does that show to the rest of the section?
It's a bad example.
Do you ever watch orchestras on television, like the big symphony orchestras or anything? Do you see the trumpets chatting away there?
No.
Oh, so what's the difference between them and you then?
No, I was concentrating.
Uh-huh. If you keep doing this, what could happen?
Could get kicked out.
Yeah. And I don't want to sound too harsh, but that is the bottom line. This is a major opportunity.
If you're giving me less than I think you can actually do, I won't accept it. And if you think that I've pushed you so far, I haven't started yet, I've been really easy on you so far, seriously.
So what can we count on you for from now on?
100%. Or
100%?
110% commitment.
Okay.
Okay,
Good, thank you.
Thank you.
Kind of clear from their attitude they did actually want to be here, which is at least something, and they kind of were getting something out of it, which is something, but yeah, I'm not going to take any more.
Good lunch.
Yeah.
Later, the trumpets discussed the likelihood of being thrown out of the orchestra.
They wouldn't want to lose us.
No, we're too good. Oh, it is a concern because obviously we've made friends and it's helped my trumpet playing. So I'd be proper gutted if I got kicked out.
James, would you like a mint?
I've got one.
James is worried that if the orchestra doesn't improve its levels of concentration, the concert at the end of the week in front of all their friends and family will be a shambles. Graham has brought in an exercise to help them focus.
In martial arts, they train people in their focus. Now, this is not an easy challenge.
The challenge will be to look at Graham's red dot.
You get yourselves comfortable so that you can focus on the dot. Begin.
It's full-on concentration for 10 minutes.
Congratulations, Halle Harmony. Acknowledge yourselves.
Where we just were for 10 minutes is where I want us to start from every time we begin to play.
Time to find out whether the red dot has done anything to focus the minds of the orchestra.
Strings, I want you to all watch the brass. Don't just listen to them, watch them, yeah? No pressure, boys. Here we go, and girls. Couldn't have been better. What did you notice? They breathe together, yeah. Do it one more time, brass. Isn't that great? So strings, if you start slug it's not going to be together. You need to breathe as well, right? So here we go, just the strings. Not bad. Yeah. I thought the focus exercise was incredibly useful. I think it's also a bit, like I said to them, it's a bit galling when they can focus more on a bloody red dot than they can on me, but that's kind of what we need.
Even the trumpets are concentrating hard, carefully counting the bars before it's their turn to play.
One. Yeah, 3, and 1. 2, 3. Trumpets, beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much.
James on tuba is delighted.
That's what I wanted to win. Trumpet's beautiful. They've had a word with them, a stern word, not just an ordinary word, and today it has made a massive impact. There's no talking, 1, 2, 3, bam, put the trumpet down, and it was amazing. And you could see the difference.
And it's not just the trumpets who are performing today.
The real highlight for me was watching the percussion, and particularly Zoya enjoying themselves, her standing proud, up straight with a triangle in her hand and playing as if she meant it. Jim does what he does when he's impressed with someone, and went straight over the orchestra to her, and her face just went and just lit up, which was fantastic.
Happy birthday.
In fact, the whole experience is going better for Zoya.
Now I'm actually taking part of it. I just go to other people's rooms and just play about with them. So this week has been fun for me by going in, making new friends and just doing nice, funny things and talking about personal things and everything. It's really good.
Oh my God, we should do pass the parcel. It's I can't.
I said to Sally, you don't need to worry anymore. I've got friends, so I'm okay now.
And even young Luke seems to be gaining confidence. James is finally able to get down to the work that he wanted the summer school to achieve, learning individual and collective orchestral technique.
Violas and cellos, do you like this bit? Yeah, I don't hear that. I hear... Huge sound, big sound, deep into the string. It can be more. I know it can be more. Can't it, Laura? It can be more. Who's heard of Jascha Heifetz? Thank God. Heifetz was one of the best violinists who ever lived. He was phenomenal. And somebody told me that they were at a concert. He was sitting in the first violins, and Heifetz was right next to him, and he was so excited. And Heifetz came and he played, and it was like really grindy. And he was so shocked because he said, it sounded horrible. And he thought, my God, Heifetz has really gone off the boil. And a friend of his who was sitting in the audience said, that was the best violin playing I've ever heard. He said, what do you mean? It sounded absolutely rancid. He said, no. He said, it's fantastic. And then, of course, he realised that he was biting into the string all the time, all the strings, any note. Yeah. And what happens? It's that click, it's that bite that made everything he played project. All the notes afterwards were beautiful, yeah? But everybody could hear it. So this is what I want you to do, violas and cellos here. I want to hear this click, every bow change. Don't be afraid of it. In the audience, it doesn't carry. Sounds fantastic. Does that sound good? It sounds fantastic.
Individuals who will be in the spotlight need help too, not least Andrew and his trumpet solo in the Borodin.
3 and... Yeah, just leave it, that middle note a bit longer. Perfect. Beautiful. Shuffle, please. Thank you very much. We've got a concert tomorrow night.
It's the final night at the summer school, and spirits are high.
Have a good night tonight, but guys, don't live it up too much. You need a bit of rest. Have a good night.
What's your like, okay?
And just when it seems that losing a good night's sleep is the worst that could happen tonight.
And it was the bed head that hit
It was the bed head that hit him, but his head went back, so he hit his head.
Do you feel faint?
A little bit dizzy. Dizzy, yeah.
Dizzy.
You are shaking as well.
Sorry.
Principal trumpeter Andrew takes a blow to the head in a towel fight.
Okay. We're going to the hospital.
As he's taken to A&E, no one knows how serious it could be.